Namaste and blessed be superhumans. It's Goddess Rhonda here with another magical superhuman tip and trick to help you improve your superhuman life. So today we are asking the question to empaths and those of you who are of service. Is guilt keeping you from manifesting your goals and dreams? This is a particular problem for empaths. I mean, many people have a guilty conscience about something, but guilt takes on a whole new level when we're dealing with service empaths because we tend to feel that we just don't do enough. No matter what we do, it's just not enough. Now, to be fair, many service empaths are either raised by or heavily influenced by a narcissist growing up. And that narcissist would have trained them to be all about that person. So that no matter what they did, it was going to be for the pleasure of the narcissist. And as typical with narcissists, it's never enough. You know, whatever you do, it's never enough. No matter how much you give is never enough. So we have that segment of the service empaths who were trained literally to give and give and give and give and give, and to feel guilty because, or made to feel guilty because it's still, no matter what, was not enough. Now, there are other reasons that can make you feel guilty too. There's, we can go into a million different reasons that could trigger it. But service empaths were just pretty much also born with this tendency anyway. And so, since they already have the tendency, if a narcissist got to them early, it can get worse. Or even just going through life because they have this tendency to feel guilty, it can make it almost impossible to say no. Because people can come and give you a sob story, this is happening or that's happening. And even if it's going to interfere with something you need to do for yourself, you feel guilty because you didn't help that person, or you'll feel guilty if you don't help the person. So yet again, you'll put yourself to the side. But the big thing about guilt is that it can truly get in the way of you manifesting your goals and dreams, because the same way you may feel guilty that you're not doing enough for people, you may feel guilty if you get that money that you're hoping for, but it might be a little guilt in there that, well, there's other people that need this money, or maybe you'll get the money and you'll hand it away because someone said they needed it, or you saw a TV commercial and you just felt so sad, and so you hand the money away. Many service empaths will make lots of money in their lifetime and end up handing it all away and leave their themselves in financial distress because they couldn't stand the guilt of keeping something for themselves, and so they would give it away. And that's not just limited to money, resources, all kinds of resources, even just your heart chakra energy, your mental energy, your life force energy, but also your wealth. And so by feeling guilty, you could be consciously saying, I want a better life. I want things for myself. I want money. I want to be able to do these things. And then either you'll get them and you'll hand them off to someone else, or you feel so guilty inside about receiving it that you won't ever get it. So you won't win a lottery or a sweepstakes or whatever it is that you're trying to do because of that guilt. It's something we really do need to work on. The other thing with that is when we feel guilt has a subconscious meaning that we did something wrong. And therefore, with that, if we do something wrong, we could be inviting in self-induced karma, or self-induced bad karma, or like self-induced punishment, where you're subconsciously punishing yourself because you feel like you have not done enough, even though I promise you've done plenty. So what do we do about this? Well, the first thing that we have to do is to recognize we are not here to help everyone. We are all here to learn lessons. We have life lessons that we need to learn. We're all basically angels in training. And so when you see that person on the street and they're homeless and they've got their cardboard sign up asking for some money and you don't have any, don't feel guilty about that. First of all, that's what that person is learning about in this lifetime. And when they transition over and become an angel or a guide, who better than them to help the homeless and the poor, because they've experienced it. We have to experience these things if we're going to be of assistance as angels and as guides. And so you're looking, when you see a homeless person, you're actually looking at someone who has reached such a spiritual level that, and I say that reach such a spiritual level, I've said this before, but just quickly, when we come into this world and we go through elementary school, junior high, high school, every time we advance a grade, it gets harder and harder and harder. The lessons get harder. Even for you gamers out there, each level is harder. And so when you see someone really going through that, it's because they've reached that level of spirituality where they're really showing the universe what they can do and learning some really harder lessons. And so remember, they're learning something. Let them learn it. But also what you can do is what I do. I certainly can't give money to everyone on the street. What I can do, though, and what I do is I send blessings of peace and prosperity to them. Just blessings, peace, prosperity. May you have shelter. May you have food. May money flow to you. And thank you. You can pray about it. You can do something. Then you did something. Go home. You can light a candle for all the ails of the world. You can get a little globe, probably on eBay or even the dollar store. Put your hands around it with the intention of sending love and peace and wonderful energies to everyone in the world. And also what you can do is to remember all of the things you've already done to help everyone. I know that you have done so much for so many. Remember that. Pat yourself on the back. Give yourself some credit, because when you can do something, you do something. But if you can't do anything at that moment, you send energy, send blessings, and remember, everyone is learning the same way you are, the same way I am. I'm here learning too. And that brings us to our last point, which is, you must do this. I know it's hard. Think about putting yourself first. Because if you yourself are broke and you're having issues in your life, you can't really help that many people anyway. But if you shore up your resources, shore up your health, take good care of yourself first, then you'll be able to help the multitudes. I just want you to think about that. I want you to get out of that body of guilt. Just step out of it and send it into the light. Bring yourself into the light of recognition for all that you've done, how awesome you are. Respect that people are learning their lessons. Send them blessings. But most importantly, take a moment to bless yourself. So I'm Goddess Rhonda. Please visit my website. Just put in goddessrhonda.com if you'd like a consultation or join my mailing list or ask me a question. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it with everyone you feel that it will help. Please check out my book, You Are Not Broken, on Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, the Albuquerque Public Library System, the Blue Eagle Metaphysical Emporium, and the Barnes & Nobles at the Coronado Mall. And as always, I send you all the blessings that you need to succeed, and also recognition for how awesome you are. So that's it for now. We'll talk to you soon. Namaste and blessed be. Bye.